Aloha everyone, I'm Susan Nudowitz with Let'sFeelExcellent.com or the YouTube channel by the same name. And many of you know I'm a health coach and I help people spruce up their diet so it's more functional for them, so their life is lighter and easier and it feels really excellent. And why do I do that? Why do I incorporate diet? Well, you know what? Even if you take all of the pain and all of the mental anguish out of your life, it still really behooves you to have a clean, light diet to the proportion that you can do. So a lot of times that means very, very little meat to no meat at all. And many of you know that I'm a vegan, and it's taken me 25 years, but I became a vegan. Finally, I was able to do that. And I'm very, very, very grateful that I figured that out and can help other people with that as well. Now, the reason I say that is because the meat industry, the standard commercialized meat industry, it's atrocious. It really is. And so I am just so grateful myself that no animal, no being has to go through what those animals do go through, whether you believe they're conscious of it or not. Nobody has to go through that. And no forest has to die for me. I'm very self-sufficient. So in my own mind, I'm really grateful for those reasons to be vegan. Now, if you want to eat meat, I have no judgment against you. Although from a health standpoint, I would really suggest that you have your own chickens and cows, and you don't eat pork, and goats, or whatever it is, whatever animals you're eating, fish. Because even, let's take fish, for example. Even fish, in our oceans today, we've polluted all the oceans with all the pesticides that we use to grow food alone, and all the fertilizers that grow lawns and golf courses and things like that. All of that gets dumped into the ocean, and the fish live in it, they eat it, and all of our fecal matter they're living and eating in too, and all the plastics. And so it's really not good quality food. They're living the result of our debris, and so even fish is quite toxic in many, many ways. So not even fish is good. Some vegans say, well, I just eat the eggs that my chicken lays because they don't use all of the eggs, and that might be a compassionate choice. Although I will say eggs have an awful lot of sulfur in it. So if you're trying to improve your life, you need to improve your gut function. So that is where it begins. So to that person, I would say, well, okay, take a year. Take a year and do a year-long cleanse, not a weekend cleanse or a week cleanse, a year-long fruit and tender green cleanse and herbs, use herbs too, to get your gut functioning, to get your kidneys filtering, to get your adrenals working again, to get your thyroid working again. All of these things that are just like a natural oil change. It's just like cleaning your house, doing that once a year, good house cleaning. So, just take, you get so many years eating all these things, eggs and whatever, flowers and all that kind of stuff. Well, so just take a year, and it's not the end of the world. It's just a year, and clear all that out. Now, if that's hard for you, I'm a health coach, and I do help people with that. I help them not, bear it or have the willpower to do it. No. I help them love it and have those choices that they love. So there's no anguish about diet, So if you have anguish about food, contact me. It's free to do so. You can just go to letsfeelexcellent.com/SI health coaching. I'll put the link on the bottom, and we can just talk for free, and I will let you know what it is that where you are and where you're going to go. I could tell, what people are going to do and what they're not going to do. So everybody is capable of it, but there's a few things. It's more psychological than physical that are the problems. There's some things that you need to titrate into, and others no. Now back to meat in the meat industry. Now if you're going to eat commercialized meat, first of all, the reason we're eating animal flesh in the first place is because we're trying to get the nutrition of what they eat. Well, the commercialized industry for food of any kind is not about nutrition. It's not about nutrition at all. It's about making the food look a certain way so you will buy it. And it's about weight. And so they want that animal to get big as fast as possible. They want them to get as big as possible and as tender as possible, as fast as possible. So the animals are being fed grains, which is not a good food for them, that bloats them, and then they have all this inflammation, and then they get pumped up with all these antibiotics because they have all this inflammation, and then they get pumped up with more antibiotics to get bigger, faster, and then they're fed, they are also fed, I should say, cardboard, cement. They're fed cement, things like this. Why? Because those things are toxic to the animal and they make them fat. Why do they make them fat? Because once again, remember, from watching my blogs that fat sequesters toxins. If you have toxins, you're going to have fat. End of story. If you have toxins, you're going to have fat. That's the way bodies work. They work that way so that your organs can function. So the fat keeps the toxins away from the organ so it doesn't kill you. So that's why these animals get big, and they, the meat is full of saturated fat. It's also full of uric acid because these animals don't even see the light of day. A lot of times they're under severe stressful conditions. They're eating junk for them, and then their kidneys get like our kidneys. They can't filter all the uric acid and debris, backs right back up into the muscle tissue. You eat it and you're eating toxic food. So I hope this was helpful to you. Please give me a thumbs up and share it if it was. I'm Susan Nudowitz, wishing you an excellent day. Aloha.